So I thought it'd be fun to discuss a really interesting topic that I know a lot of people may be curious about, just didn't know whether to ask or not. So I'm going to answer this question for you. Can introverts be nurses? 'Cause anywhere you feels right, anywhere you feels like Paris in the rain, Paris in the rain. So I'm going to tell you guys straight up, I am an introvert. If you guys have taken the personality test, let me know which one is yours by leaving a comment down below. I'll let you know mine. I am an INFJ, so I being introverted, and I definitely have some extroverted qualities. So in situations, I can be extroverted. So let's say I'm with my friends. If I'm comfortable with you, I'm going to be super extroverted and start laughing and making all sorts of conversation. When it comes to meeting new people, though, that can be challenging. So I do have some situations where I'm on the unit and I have to say hello to a new nurse, or I have to say hello to families. So the hardest thing is starting conversation for me. I don't know why it's so difficult, and I'm the type of person to like literally overthink everything. So in my head, I'm trying to think, what should I say? And obviously people are just like, just say hi. It's that easy. It's not easy for someone like me, okay? I'm like always constantly dreading having to say hi to a new person because I don't want to come off like weird or awkward or why are you talking to me? But in a healthcare setting, it's a little bit different. Obviously, you're going to be meeting families and new people every single day, and it's just something you have to get used to and in the routine of. And honestly, when I first started nursing and I had to work as an actual nurse, I was the most introverted person ever. It was so hard for me to start conversation with someone, and I tried to avoid it as much as possible. And I am a night shift nurse, so honestly, I don't really deal with a lot of families and people during the night. But I'm not saying it doesn't happen, and when it does, I think I've gone a lot better at communicating with people. I think it just comes with a lot of experience, and the funny thing is, once I started nursing, I actually became more extroverted. So I think now starting conversation is so much more easier for me, and I think the best thing when it comes to working in the NICU is a lot of times we have another topic to be talking about, and that's usually the patient. And when I'm discussing it with families, obviously we talk about their baby and we just talk about, you know, the things that they've done that's well on the shift, whether they're tolerating their feeds or they're gaining weight. So there's always some topic to be talking about. So it just makes it less awkward. It flows a lot better. And usually when I start off my conversation, it's always, "Hi, my name is Tiffany and I'm going to be your nurse for tonight." And I say that because I don't want to limit it to just my patient. Nursing is family oriented as well, so you want to be able to communicate with families too. So I make myself available to my families if they have any questions. I let them know where I am, what I am doing at any time. So if I am assessing my patient, I usually tell my families what I am doing, and it makes them feel so much more comfortable, because if they're seeing you in there and just fumbling around and like messing with the patient, and they get very nervous and curious, what are you doing to my baby? So usually I'll verbalize things, and that helps to communicate with the families a lot better. They feel more comfortable with you, you build rapport with them. So I promise you that things will get better. You will get better at communicating with families. And the thing that I noticed with families is that, especially in the NICU, they're just super nervous. And I know small talk is literally the worst thing for introverts, and I'm so terrible at small talks, but I just noticed that that's really what helps ease families a lot. And it makes me feel at peace, because I can also be the type of person that really doesn't stand silence, like awkward silence in between, you know, conversation. So I try to, you know, bring up something that may help ease the situation, whether it's something off topic. So for example, I had a patient's family and I noticed that the mom's phone screen had a dog on it, like her with her dog. So I would ask her about her dog, like how her dog's doing, what's her name, things like that. So, you know, just bringing up random small talk. And yes, it may take practice and getting used to, and it's so challenging as an introvert, but it will get better, I promise. And a lot of times these families aren't really, you know, they're not really focused on the things you're doing, because not everyone is coherent in medical terms. So a lot of these big words that you're talking about, they don't really understand. So try to make it easier for them by making it knowledgeable to their level, understanding your patient and your family's education level, and helping communicate how they will understand it. So if you have a family that likes to do hands-on stuff, I have a lot of families that want to be involved in the care, want to do things for their baby. So that's the best way they learn things, and that's the easiest form of communication. Just, letting the families do patient care and kind of teaching them along the way. So you're killing two birds with one stone at that point. Having the conversation you need, plus educating your family. And a lot of times the families just want someone that can kind of empathize with them, because obviously their babies are in the NICU for a reason. They're critical, they need attention and care, they're very nervous, and they really just want to make sure that they're getting the best quality care as possible. So the best thing is just having patience, reassuring them, communicating with them the things you need, letting them know that you are there for them and that they are open to calling and communicating with you whenever possible. I think having that open door and letting them know that you're there and available when they need it is the most reassuring thing you can give them. So I know I've been rambling on and on and on, and yes, communication is so difficult and it's so challenging. It will get better, and I can for sure tell you and say, as an introvert, I have definitely moved past that point. It's gotten a lot easier for me. I can go to my shift, talk to my families, to my patients, to the doctors, to everyone without thinking in my head, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to say? What do I need to talk about? It will get better, I promise. So trust me, everyone can be a nurse. You don't have to be worried about whether this patient care thing is for you. If you are an introvert, there are many other things. If you don't like doing direct patient care, you don't have to. You can do administration work, you can work in a clinic, and you can do all sorts of things. It doesn't have to be directly involved with people if you don't want to, and you still love healthcare. There's so many options for you. So that's the best part about being in healthcare. There's so many other ways, and nursing isn't limited to just bedside. So if talking to people is super challenging as an introvert for you, and you feel like, I can't do it, I don't like communicating with people, I just want to sit in my own box and just not speak to other people for the whole day, is that possible? It is. And you may find something out there elsewhere for you that may not be direction patient care, but it's still involved in healthcare in some kind of way, if that's something you're interested in. So I hope this rambling is okay for you guys, and if you like these kind of videos where I'm more personable with you, let me know, and let me know what other topics you'd like me to discuss, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.